to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. And on this incredible 4th of July weekend, the birthday was, that just passed on July 2nd. I want to say thank you guys for sharing that day with me, because I did go live. Now, members get this video at least 78 hours ahead of subs. And you subs, I appreciate you. I appreciate any way that you're able to support. Like, following, and sharing is the best support. Because I noticed 60% of you hasn't subscribed. And I need that hype. Hype it up. But today we're going to talk about something that is gripping the industry. Now, for a long period of time, us collectors, because I collect a whole bunch of things. Cuphead, Diddy Kong. I'm a collector of physical media, physical games. Well, today, we're seeing that road end for one company. They gave you a date. They gave you enough time to stock up, to show your fandom. But let's get into the topic, and then we will come back to assess where we are, what we are, and why we are. This is brought to you by Premier Digital. And who is this? Who's the fine young gentleman? Eric Grundwell. Now, for a lot of people, this may come to a shock, but let's read the news as the news sees fit, because a lot of people are in denial, and that's a river in Egypt. Sony's stopping Blu-ray disc production for PlayStation video games. The Sony Interactive Entertainment July 1st announced that it will cease production on new video games on Blu-ray discs for PlayStation consoles beginning January 2028, citing consumers' transitions to digital streaming from packaged media. All new PlayStation games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retails in digital formats only. The transition has no impact on games that are already released or will be released prior to January 2028 in the disc format. This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today, Sony wrote on a blog. We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive the innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether it's at retailers or the PlayStation Store. Historically, PlayStation Games has released on standard compact discs, CD-ROMs for the original PlayStation, DVDs for the PlayStation 2, and proprietary Universal Media Discs, UMDs, for the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. The PlayStation switched to Blu-ray format November 1st, 2006, with the launch of the PlayStation 3 in Japan, followed by the North American release in November 17th. Sony was a principal creator and backer of Blu-ray technology, using the PlayStation 3 as a Trojan horse to help the format win the high definition optical disc war against Microsoft's backed HD DVD. Sony has reportedly manufactured and shipped 1.5 billion to 2 billion PlayStation games on Blu-ray globally. This has come to a shock that the PlayStation fan base, that PlayStation is abandoning physical for the almighty digital. This is no shot to Xbox Frontline News. The writing has been on the wall. There's no doubt that there will be a lot of crashing and burning, because this news hits at a point where PlayStation fans are their weakest. Support the devs. Don't stop. Don't look the other way while Sony does what Sony does. Focus on where Sony is aiming And that's straight for your wallet. We're getting 100% of your dollars. GameStop will be a shell of themselves by selling you discs from yesteryear as a retro store. Now, seeing everything for what it is, listen, we've crossed that magical threshold where more than 80% of gamers game digitally now. We have gave up our fundamental rights when it comes to video games. We have gave in to convenience over just getting up and placing a disc, removing a disc. And it was taught to us by these companies with stuff like quick resume and the stasis field of jumping back into your games based upon positioning, being able to take your games and play it anywhere at a drop of a dime, streaming your games. All this level of convenience came at the detriment of ownership. No longer would you be able to take your disc and hand your disc over to your friend and say, hey man, try this out. This is a pretty cool game. No longer, if you fall on hard times, be able to take that disc and go over and sell it. You will get a digital code in a box. You will have a physical box for no reason. So that soon will go away. Whereas you will only purchase digitally. Whereas now you must conform, comply, and commit to the platform. Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, was true to form when he said the worst generation for Xbox to lose was the Xbox One generation. Because that's when the digital era really kicked into full swing. Now, everyone is fighting for scraps as PlayStation has the lion's share of the digital people. And as we're watching, they're further tightening the noose around the neck of the PlayStation supporters. Physical is gone. All digital. And soon they're going to move you to all streaming, where you will own nothing and be happy that you do. This is a sad day for a lot of us. But I'm a partner with PlayOn. Neo Geo AES Plus is launching this year. And I'm going full head on in on supporting and taking back my ownership for the physical. 0 load times with cartridges, physical capabilities, and I can trade and share and sell my property. No need to be online, no need for updates. It just is what it is. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy the King. I know this news comes as a blow to individuals, but not to the King. I'm 98% right all the time. But I want you to do what I'm about to do. What you should do is I want you to go with game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
If you stay in environments where people don't recognize the value of you, you will shrink your gift to the size of what they can stand. And that's what causes anxiety and depression and stress, because you have had to shrink into a form where people can tolerate you. I refuse to be small because you think small. I'm not shrinking my vision because you can't catch up. You either better roll with me or you gonna get rolled over.